Hi Sahil, how are you?
Yeah, hi Rakesh, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm absolutely fine. Thank you. So first of all,
Great.
congratulations to you, like for getting, offers in various companies. Would you like to share the success story and what actually the success mantra was? How did you prepare?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Rakesh, for your gesture. And yeah, so I got a couple of offers. So like I have chosen one. So it's like if you said about the mantra, it's pretty simple. Like you have to be like very focused and you have to be clear about your goal,
Hmm.
and you have to be like hustle over that. So sometimes it will fall into your way, but sometimes it will dive it. So you have to be like very sure and give you 100% every time. So this was my like story. Like I have like given many interviews. I have rejected also. I'm like selected also. So sometimes it went through one round only. Sometimes it went through altogether the last round. And so I hustle over that, and I got the job that I'm looking for, and got everything that I'm looking for my like company. So I got everything in that. So this is my success story as of now.
Right. So can you share the interview questions or the process of the interviews or how many technical or managerial rounds were there?
Yeah, sure. So, like mostly, if you go through the service-based company, so it will like start from the technical rounds first.
Hmm.
So they will conduct around two or at most three rounds. So two is the like many companies follow two technical rounds and followed by one managerial and the HR. And if you go through some product-based type companies, so they conduct first the online assessments, which is basically based on coding and your some multiple choice question of the language, the choice of your languages. So then they will conduct some one to two this technical question, technical interviews, and then one managerial followed by HR. So this is like 4 to 5 rounds you have to go through the companies. Some may reduce it to three, but some may extend it to five. But this is the main like where you, this is the main round that you have to give.
Right. And all the interview rounds that you gave were all those virtual based interviews or you had to come to that company?
No, like as of now, we all are working from home, so all are virtual. So, like I don't know, like from this year onwards, maybe it is on offsite and on campus it is. But as of now, I have done all the virtual rounds. So, yeah.
Okay, okay, great. So can you tell the, viewers or the people who want to make their career in testing, how can they, start their career and how can they make sure that they get a good hike whenever they switch the jobs, they get proper increments or proper appraisals in their salaries in percentage wise. So how can they make sure? What would be the process?
Yeah.
What should they do actually?
Okay, so first of all, like don't fall in a trap. Like many other people are saying, like in a testing you don't grow. In a testing, the limit is like the domain is very narrow, and you have to change the switch. Either you can go to developers, go some analyst things, go from some data science projects. So there, that all are myths. I also fall in that trap, and I lost the way in 6 months. But I again like trusted on my like the capabilities, the knowledge I got. So because there is if you go some like testing is like a way around. Like every company, if you go see all the IT companies, they have this field, they have their departments in testing. So you don't feel that don't fall in that trap. Like you will not succeed, you will not grow in this like in this skill. But yeah, there are a lot of opportunities, there are a lot of people, like a lot of companies who are looking for the skill testers, for the skill automation developers and everything. So I trusted this thing, I trusted in myself, and I got for that. I like now coming into this testing, you have to be very flexible. Like you should know all the manual part, you should know all the automation parts. API testing is very like demanding nowadays, and you should know this kind of all these three domains of testing. And yeah, you should know about the tools also. Like in manual testing, like purely it is yeah, if you go to the manual, you should know how all the the manual testing is going to take place, like regression, smoke testing, sanity testing. So these are testing, this basic testing you should know. And also like there are various abbreviation given by the testers to the testing. So you should know, you should follow some LinkedIn people also who are very mature in this field. You can follow them. You can see their portfolios. You can see their what they put on their pages. So this way you can grow. And in automation, yeah, you should know like every aspect of the automation. Not learn that, but you should know. Learn only 1 to 2 skills only. Like if you are good in Selenium WebDriver, you should know about that in depth. Don't go other way. Like you should know about mobile testing also and everything. You should just carry the knowledge, but in depth you should skill it in only in one specific domain. So that is the thing. And also like API testing, if you go, you should know about the postmans, how API testing is conducted, how we approach that, should know about that. And yeah, so master only 1 or 2 tool and take a knowledge of all others. And in this way, you will grow in this. And yeah, so if you are going through manual plus automation, you should know some of the languages like Java is preferable one, but if you have a knowledge of C Sharp and Python, that is a good thing. But master only one language. So because no one is like asking you if you are good in Python, you should be good in that. So because everything follow DSA. So if you know DSA better, so you should write code in every languages. So this is a thing. And coming to DSA part, so you should know basic about that. Don't go in depth. Like you should know every DSA, every algorithm, every data structure. That is not a thing. That is also not useful in the organization. They also not follow in depth this DSA. They follow that, but you should know very basic like array list, arrays, and linked list if possible. And maps, you should know how we can like use maps in our codes, like what are their architecture, how it is like store the your uh, values in background. So you should take the knowledge of that. And also like I told all of this. And uh, you should know some of the frameworks like test engine frameworks. You should know BDD frameworks, Cucumber. You should know. So take all the domains and master only one skill in that. And this is the success factor, because they know like you have the flexibility in all the domains. So you should, if we give you any work, you are able to cope up with that. So this is the thing that you should have in yourself.
Correct, absolutely. So at least basic knowledge, if we carry, then it becomes easier to at least answer some of the parts of the questions, even if we are not thorough with 100%. Right. So it
Yeah.
helps in an interview a lot.
Yes. So if you like, if they ask about like if you know mobile testing or any other testing, you should reframe that like, yeah, I have a knowledge, but I am more like capable in doing web testing. So I had using this kind of framework and I approaches that. So I'm sure like the mobile testing also like do this kind of stuff. Although some approaches are different, but in background like some of the similarities were there. So in this way you can mold that. So because if you go in every framework, every testing, so it will take a lot of time, and that time is not in your hand. So you should take a knowledge and master in some of the skills.
Correct, absolutely. Okay. So how many years of experience you have?
I have almost 4 years of experience as of now,
4 years of
3.9
experience.
if I can say. Yeah.
Great, great. So you had started your career with manual testing and now you are in automation testing, or you were working with both manual plus automation profile since beginning?
Yeah. So earlier, like when I started my career, I was skilled in like I got an training in manual plus automation only. But the first project I got was on manual only. And then from the second project, there is automation took place. And from now, like there is a balance between the automation and the manual. And also like API testing is very like crucial these days. So every company is following that. So these days, like so it's a balance between all these.
Mhm. Okay. So what advice will you give? Let's say if someone wants to switch their career from manual testing to automation testing, and they don't have any knowledge of automation testing as such, but they want to make a switch. Either it's
Yeah.
based on the company or based on the salary or based on the projects. Sometimes the projects in which they are working, those are demanding the automation skill set in the testing or the testers. So how should they make that switch?
Yeah, sure. So, like, if you want to switch your career in automation, so I would like to tell you, like, go for the Selenium first,
Hmm.
because Selenium is the very basic from the automation testing. So you find many references on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and there is nothing in Selenium that you cannot find on web. So if you go give some like 1 to 2 months in that, go through your references, give some mock test also, give some coding challenges also.
Hmm.
So there, that is a like a base where you can start. Okay, so Selenium is also not that hard if you like study it properly.
Hmm.
And like in due time you can switch to other things as well. You go to BDDs, go to some like higher approaches. You can also like develop some frameworks on your own as well. So from the starting perspective, Selenium is good to start with automation. And you said about the companies, like how you will approach. So there is like, man, as I told you before, there are every company is hiring QA engineers, who are hiring STAT roles, who are like taking this quality analyst role. So there is every company is hiring for this role. So you should apply. I like apply through some referrals, apply through LinkedIn, apply through Naukri portals and everything. So if you try, like maybe you will not get response in for every company, but if you try for 10 companies, you will definitely get response from 5 to 6 companies, because this domain is very like broad. So you will definitely got the responses. So this will take like this will take some time, but in you will definitely get the response. And yeah, so and don't worry about that notice period and all. So they will take care by the companies itself, because many companies are not uh,
Hmm.
this way. Like if 3 months are there, so you should ask your company to give you the early release. So this may ask, like many companies these are, but some reputed companies won't ask this question. So they are very clear with their requirements. So and other things like how you can switch. So like manual plus automation is like you will definitely get a good package in the market. Only manual thing will restrict you to some specific number, but not more than that you will get in the market. But if you have some flexibility, like I told you, if you have some skills in every aspects of testing, so you will definitely get a good package in the company. So if I tell my story, so I had like very started from very decent packages,
Hmm.
you will get in every company. For example, if you go to TCS, IBM, Infosys, so everyone know like what are the decent package for starting package for that. So
Correct.
almost after 4 years, I was in a, you can say 800% hike of
Oh my God.
package I got.
800.
Yeah,
That is
kind of like,
absolutely amazing. 800% of hike
yeah,
after 4 years. Oh wow.
yeah.
Hmm.
So this is only the dedication, and also got time in this Corona. Corona happened good for me because I brushed my skills. I flex myself to different aspects. So right now, and also I forget to mention, do have some knowledge of cloud also, because right now many product-based companies are hiring for, like they are looking for testers who have good knowledge in cloud also. So you can either do certification in the AWS, and either go for Google Cloud and Azure if you want to add. So add this, don't go in depth, but add some knowledge of that, so that you can tell 1 or 2 questions, like you can answer one of 2 questions. So this is like a good way, like yeah, if they see your resume, they will definitely shortlist you for the further rounds.
Hmm.
So this is a
True, absolutely. So now, as you were talking about the resume, so which are the mandate things that one should put in the CV, one should put in the resume, because many a times some people are updating their resume every day on the Naukri portal, but still they are not getting calls, they're not getting that frequent calls. So what is you know the points that we should include in the resume?
okay. So I would suggest use some keywords. Okay.
Mhm.
For example, if you are good in Selenium, okay, so you should put a keyword Selenium framework, okay, and because they don't have that time to go every resume, to go through every resume. Yes, you using some search engines where they put some keywords, okay, and if that keyword is matched with some CV, so that CV is reflected on in front of them. So put some keywords, like if you work in an organization, if you're an experienced guy, so you have some experience, like you worked on this technology. So put a keyword of that technology, what that technology is based on. Is this based on some tools? For example, you are using Jira, so specifically mention Jira in your experience list. And also there is make a separate skill section where you can post your skills. Like there also you can mention Jira, Postman, or TestNG, or Eclipse, or Visual Studio, or and the languages. So focus more on keywords rather than putting elaborate description of your project. So just precise it to the point, like 1 or 2 line only. And in that way, you can make 4 to 5 points about the project. And in every line, you can put some keywords like this is the technology and these are the things we worked on. And you can also refer some job description of the companies on LinkedIn. So they also mention some keywords in their job description. So take that keywords and see like if how that keywords is matched with your skills. So put that keywords in your resume. So you will get a higher chances of shortlist.
So thank you so much, Sahil, for sharing your success story with us. We are absolutely glad that you came and you took out this time and you shared this story. I am sure that this, your experience will be helpful to many of the people out there, because many people are looking for the job. Some of them have been looking for the job since 1 year, 2 years, and more. So, I mean, this would be really a
Yeah. So you
motivation.
can yeah,
Yeah, yeah, please.
you can also put my LinkedIn link on this if you put this video on YouTube, so that people can get in touch with me. I can guide them how which things they can study and if they want some guidance on that.
Sure, sure. I'll do that right away. Yeah. And anything
Sure.
else you would like to share?
No, I think we are good here. So if there were anything, I will definitely get in touch again.
Yeah, yeah. So thank you so much, Sahil, once again, and have a nice day.
Thank you. Have a nice day too.